What's up, everybody? This is Eric, Covenant Love. I'm going to follow up my last video with some excerpts from some of my videos, and then I'm going to talk about a symbol. I don't associate myself with churches. These are very many subtle symbols. Can you? Very broad strokes. Plenty of stale litany on here. Let me get back to you in just a second. Okay, so this is literally just a clip, instant super clip from SmartSign. And, the Romans called it what it is down at the bottom. I'm going to elaborate on this. And it has to do with time. It has to do with the, if you guys remember Mac's old symbol, he had like two I's on the outside and two X's in the middle. My work has to do with what's in the middle. It also obviously has to do with the two nines on the outside, the Vesica Pisces as well. But what I would like to do is go in depth into what the symbol simply means. So the obsession that you may feel that I have with death is the natural effect called life. When my children, who very early on were aware of death because they lost their grandmother and different people, I would simply describe it as the flower. And I would tell them, you plant a very beautiful flower, and it grows, and its beauty shines, and then it fades away. And when it passes away, it actually brings forth other flowers, especially if it's done a good job. But so the skull would be Saturn or time, Father Time, if that's what you want it to be. It also, with the 322, is a reference to Skull Mountain. Skull Mountain is Calvary Mountain, which is where Christ was sacrificed. Okay? And the X, or the crossbones, is 24. And that is Our Lady's cycle. And from the more I learned, the more cycles she has. But basically, it's 24, which is what? 888. And you can see 24 in your daily clock. As you start to look at these numbers, you'll see them in many other things. But to simply say that you see me as this or that is nothing more than your own judgmental mirror looking at yourself. I paint very broad strokes. My symbolism, I met one individual here, and within a month he became a close friend instantly, and within a month he was almost like my worst enemy. And that's basically because they don't fully understand the grasp of what I have. And when I don't, why are you so quiet? Why are you so quiet? Why am I not dumping information? I'm not going to. Okay? You don't race into the fire. You don't jump off a cliff. You know what I'm saying? Trust and love is earned. What I give freely does not mean that I give stupidly. So when I was tested recently, which was a good thing for me personally, it allowed me to refocus and understand who I am dealing with. So I don't need any meds. When I'm in a lot of pain or I'm overwhelmed by my knowledge of what is going on with the children of this world. I simply let it go where I used to harbor it. And I think it's good for all of you, if you think that you're holding something that is hindering you, to let it go. So I don't need to dwell on things, and when they start to bother me, I just let it go. And for me, that means I have to just cry. I mean, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, there's your skull and crossbones. The 322, right? The 322. It's a verse in the Bible. Much love to all of you guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are, well, in fact, I know that most of you that I actually interact with, that you're doing very well and that you're good to people. And, you know, this is no longer my life. It was I was literally spending 12 to 16 hours on here, but that was like quite a long time ago. You know, and then it went down to 8 hours a day. Now it's much less, and it's just what I have to do. My life is very busy. I also like this right here. See, 33, right? Right? 3 up, 3 down, the 3 cubes right there. Right? Start to look at everything, my friends. The numbers will reoccur constantly. I'm going to take just a peek to see if there's anything else maybe I should add to this. Give me a second. So I'm very proud to understand these individuals, and I understand them from a few societies, and the reason I understand them from different societies is because I've seen them as a charity draw artwork for children. I can't go into detail where or why or how, but I have. This is an amazing picture. And it is showing you the sun, Saturn, and Our Lady in red. There's, you know, it's pretty clear once you see what I'm talking about. This has to do with numbers and a picture that we all look at quite a bit. And again, the last one on the right is inverted. This has nothing to do with madness. This has nothing to do with insanity. It actually has to do with a pretty clear picture once you understand it. So my obsession with death is showing you time and life. This is time and life. And this runs predominantly through almost all of the Grateful Dead's album covers. Amazingly so. And this is there's a video I made back in the day, and it has it's a black and white illustration, a lot of shadowing, and it's got some birds way off in the distance in the back of the picture, and you see like a child in the bottom, and death is above him, and he's playing, and there's, like I said, there's birds. And as you slowly fade, if you look at the shadowing of the illustrations, it is not clear to see, but you will see the young man unfolding into the man, to the elderly man, and into the shadows of death. This is called life. It's nothing to fear. This is what you will all go through. There are none of you here that will escape death. Now, I don't know what it has to do with souls and some of the individuals here that believe they are God on earth, and they're showing you the absolute path to let your soul leave this planet. Well, I'll leave that up to them to do so, and you to follow them, because I'm not a follower by any means. This is Charlie Manson. And he actually looks like some of my pictures. If you looked at me as a kid, except for the glaring eyes. We do look actually a little bit alike. Pretty funny. If you look in the background, you'll see what I've been talking about and showing. If you can't, then you won't. It also depicts animals and mushrooms and what's that bottle say at the bottom? Is that 333? My eyes are bad. Let me see if I can get my glasses real quick so I can help out all you people that want to continually. Oh, it's XXX. Do the math yourself. I'm tired of having to help all people that just keep shoving themselves in my face like they think I don't know. I absolutely know more than you do, because you wouldn't be talking to me if you did. And the people that do know are maybe like 7 or 8 people that are probably monitoring me. But anyway. It's time to clean up everything, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? See. It's all right there, friends.
It's all right there, and if you just keep looking, you might see it too. This is Eric of the Comedy of Comedy, Mr. Covenant of Love.
Anyway, peace to everybody. I'm looking into my latex paint still. I got to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Life is grabbing hold of me more and more in my actual life. The things that I've shared, I no longer share. I have better conversations when I do have conversations, but for the most part, life is grabbing me by the heels, and shaking me around, and it's making me leave a legacy not only here with over 100 million threads, which a few of you don't seem to comprehend, and you keep saying stupid things to me that the person, there's one individual, I'm smarter than you. You said you were my friend. Has nothing to do with intelligence. I'm friends to people that aren't as smart as me. I'm friends to people that are smarter than me. Brightness, dullness, there's a lot of different nuances to what is intelligence or bright. When you talk like that, you show why you shouldn't know everything. Maybe I'll be selfless today, or I'll be selfless tomorrow. Maybe I'll be selfish now. I might hide a chocolate now and then for myself. Is that myself, my ego taking over? Anyway, man, for the people, the inner core people that get me and understand me and love me, I really appreciate you guys. And seriously, I'm not perfect. I'm going to lose it sometimes, man. That's my life. I live on the edge. I live for the moment. I live for that instant where I learn something new from somebody that I've been searching for my entire life. And the great beauty of when you are like me, it happens all the time. And you just keep growing and growing and growing. The sad part is there's nobody to share it with most of the time. And that's why you might have been a loner. That might be why people don't understand you, is because you're learning something that nobody else understands. That doesn't mean that I'm haughty. That doesn't mean that I'm not humble. You have to be humble. You have to forgive your enemy. You have to love to get into this groove, to get into what the martial artists call the way. It's the path. It's the flow. The flow will guide you. And and when you say it's not good or bad, and you're not in either of those paths, that's true. But goodness gets you to where you need to go. Maybe it gets the evil people. I don't know, because I'm not on that side, But when I'm in the flow, beautiful things happen. Things work out. I'm saved at the last second. And if you knew in my personal life, you would believe me, because I'm telling the truth. Peace out, everybody. Much love.